Welcome to episode 10 of Inclusion with Mansi. I'm your host, Mansi Chandorkar. Each week, we're going to discuss various areas of inclusion and how you can be an inclusion champion. This month, we will be hearing from parents of individuals with specific learning disability share their journey with us. Today, we're going to be in conversation with Preeti Bomra, who is a parent of three young girls, one of which we heard in episode 6 of this podcast. Welcome, Preeti, to Inclusion with Mansi. I'm so happy you're here to share your journey with us. Can you please introduce yourself to the listeners?
Yeah. Hi, Mansi. I'm Preeti Bomra, and I'm mother of three daughters. and I'm a homemaker and a passionate artist by heart. Uh, I just enjoy my journey with my daughters till now. So that's it. Yeah.
It's so nice to have you here. And your daughters are such a pleasure to be with. Like, they're all so different from each other, but yet so similar to each other. Can you tell me more about your daughters? What do you think are their strengths? What are they good at doing?
Yeah. My elder one, she's Pravi Bomra. She's 17 now. And I have twins, Parisa and Parina. They are 12. So my their strength, basically, Pravi, she is very, I could say that she is very positive. She's very confident, and she takes the, she's not very, hyper about anything. So that's the best part I think about her. About
Yeah,
Parina, she's very sincere on anything that she's doing. So that is a good part. If she lacks anywhere, with her that, sincerity, she tries to catch up with wherever she's losing it out. And Parisa, she is my, again, a cool dude kind of a kid. But but yes, she also is very confident, and whatever she's is doing or she's trying to do, she takes her heart and soul in that, and she do it, properly and fully.
yeah,
So
absolutely. Yeah,
yeah,
and which is so nice to have.
right,
Like all distinct personalities with their own
right,
things that they're so cool at doing. So,
yes.
what makes you most proud of each of them?
Yes, they are so connected to each other. They love, they fight, but still they are very possessive and very connected to each other. That makes me
Yeah,
actually somewhere, makes me feel very nice that okay, that's really good that they are connected and they are very protective about each other. And otherwise, their individuality, like being three, staying together, they're three individuals, and they have different of opinions, but still that, and they're confident in their own ways. That makes me feel very proud as a mother.
absolutely. So, today we are going to focus a lot more on Pravi. Pravi has been on the podcast earlier and
Yeah,
shared her side of the journey with us.
right,
So, we would like to hear your side of the journey with Pravi
right.
in today's episode. So, can you start with just telling us when did you feel that there were some difficulties that Pravi was facing? When did you notice something and what was that?
See, Pravi is my first baby. So, when we started, till it was oral going on in the, preschool, she was perfectly fine. When the writing was introduced, I felt she's slow. She's not writing it, neat. So I thought she needs more practice. Being
Hmm.
I was not aware of what is going on. Even the teacher said she needs more practice. So from there we started figuring out, but it was something okay. DB, sab bacche ulta seedha likhte hain, that's perfectly fine. Then the spellings were introduced. In that also she was struggling a bit, and I felt then she was younger in class. So then the teacher said maybe because she is 6 months younger than the other kids, so she's facing it difficulties. But I could see that when she's if she's facing difficulty, it should not be when she's orally telling me or explaining me. It was not there. It was lacking when it comes to writing all the time. Then sentences
Yeah.
were introduced. So, but still I thought maybe I'm lacking somewhere in teaching her, because I used to teach her what is I how to teach her properly. I was just trying to find out
Hmm.
the way out. Maybe there is something that, but then it was in all the subjects. Like, writing was, when she was explaining something, then the chapters are there. She was perfectly fine when we used to talk. I used to discuss with her, explain her the answers or the chapters. She was so smooth in explaining it, and she was very sharp. I could feel that.
Yeah.
But the thing was that when it comes to writing, I felt she started avoiding writing. When I used to tell her,
Hmm.
"Ravi, mama oral करा लेंगे कर लेंगे, writing बाद में करेंगे." So
Yeah.
so even she was not able to maybe figure out what's happening, and even I was trying to think what's happening. And I used to tell her, beta, every day we should start writing. The teachers, we all
Hmm.
were like, discussing and saying maybe she needs more practice. But then, as gradually in the fourth standard, then in the school, you were there, and you all figured out that she had the issues, and then we got her all the
We
tests
went through
done.
a psychoeducational
Yes,
assessment
yes,
in class
assessments and
4.
all. Yeah, and then we got to know that she is facing with this problem, and this is not something that she's lazy or she cannot. It is something which we need to work out in a very different manner, not in the regular
Absolutely.
classes.
Yeah.
And
It's not that she's purposely not writing or she's
yeah,
avoiding it for
right,
fun, or there's a genuine difficulty that she is
yes,
facing when
right,
it comes to writing.
right.
So she did get some support. Who do you think was there to help you out with the processing of, okay, this is a diagnosis, how do I deal with this? Was it difficult to accept that there was a diagnosis?
See, I was very, very lucky to have this school, Orchid School, and you as a helper, and as a special educator. And I'm so happy that the teachers over there were so aware about the whole thing. They started
Yeah.
dealing with Pravi in a very different manner after that. It was like, in that school, she never felt like, she's somewhere not uh, at par to the other kids. So that was the
Yeah.
best thing about the school. And I actually appreciate, I love, and I thank God and you all for all the love and support you had given to her. Because what she is now, the confidence, everything is because she got you all as a guide, as guiding teachers over there, and how to cope up with that.
Yeah.
And for me also, because it was very difficult for me also. I mean, I did not know where to go, what to do. When I
Yeah.
got to know it, someone told me, oh, she has to shift into a very different school, the handicraft
Hmm.
handicapped school and all that. So I was like, oh really, is it like is it so different from the thing? But I said, but why can't I see that in my kid? Like, if she is a handicapped or
Yeah.
something, because people categorize it in a very different manner, I think, altogether.
Yeah. And understanding of what a learning disability is
Yes,
or what a learning disorder is not so common,
yes,
unfortunately. And hence,
yes.
we are all
People
here
are not
trying to
aware.
spread the
Yes, people are
awareness.
not aware.
Yeah.
People don't talk about it. Even the parents who go through it, they don't discuss with anybody. That is, I think,
Yeah.
yeah, that is a big taboo, I think. Yeah,
Yeah.
which
Which is
I'm very happy that
unfortunate
you have
because
started this and people are getting aware of it. This is really nice, Mansi.
thank you. No, my whole point is that the more people discuss their stories,
Yes,
share their stories, is
yes,
when other people will realize, oh, I'm going through pretty something similar to
yes,
this, or my child
right,
is going through something
yes,
similar, and that eventually, yes, there are things that are tough, but yes, there are
yeah,
things that are good, and I can
very
figure
true,
out ways to overcome it. And
right,
that's where we need to go to. And you're absolutely right that being in a school which has a great mindset of inclusion makes
yes,
a world of a difference. Because
yes,
I know
definitely.
that once Pravi's changed schools, I think there is a little difference
Oh,
between how the
yes,
schools
yes,
are working with her.
right. And I'm glad that, till 10th, she was here. So she is a confident and a stronger person now. If in a smaller class, a kid is there where the teachers don't understand, still, if they know what is dysgraphia, but still they
Yeah.
don't know they know it, but how it works, uh, I think she also said in her interview that some of her teachers said, oh, you got more time, so you should get more
Yeah.
marks. Why are you getting the less marks? So I mean, come on. She's not getting more marks because she can write more. There is a
Yeah.
reason why she is
Yeah, we
getting
need
more
more time
time
to
for that.
process.
So
So,
yeah,
I mean, it's unfortunate that her
that's
new
right.
school felt like that. But again, that I am glad
Exactly.
that she is learning how to self advocate and speak for herself and say that, yes, these are my
Yes.
difficulties, these are my rights, these are things that I need to, level the playing field, that I'm at par with everyone else
Right.
because I'm very capable of doing what everyone else is capable of doing.
Yes, definitely. And I'm actually so thankful to you, Mansi, for this, because the kind of confidence she has got is because of you. Because I remember when she used to come for the
Yeah.
classes, when they were about to wrap up, you used to tell them, if somebody tells you, you say, oh, so what if I cannot write properly? I have better
Yeah.
IQ.
Yeah.
I have a
Yeah,
100 plus
she's really
IQ.
smart. She has
So
above
that is
average
how,
IQ.
yeah,
And plus, it doesn't matter how
yes,
well I read or write. I have so many other things which I
exactly.
am good at doing, and each
Right.
one has things that they're not good at doing. So I think what is important for each and every child to realize that, yes, I struggle with something, but I'm also cool at something else. So to, help them discover what is it that they're cool at doing and to empower them that you are going to be a self advocate later on in life. I will advocate for you till you can't, but I will ensure you will be able to do it for
Yes.
yourself. So, that's where
Right.
the
True.
mediation also really helps. You work on the basics, and I think that really helped her because what she was also saying is that it is so ingrained inside that she doesn't think of it as much and
Yes.
things come a lot more naturally.
That's true. So that is the best part, I think. Yes, it is done so nicely that she don't have to think. She can just, it's a habit in
Yeah.
her now. So that is the very, very good
So I'm sure you would also recommend other parents to send their kids for remediation if they feel that, yes, they need to work
Definitely,
on things,
definitely.
right?
Yes,
So
definitely,
thankfully for her,
yes.
school was extremely supportive. How was the family's reaction? Did
Right.
you have a discussion with family? Did y'all speak about what was happening, or it was just a matter of fact what was happening?
Yeah, no, it was just a matter of fact. Me and my husband, he was totally supportive. And I think, yes, we just knew that this is the situation and we just need to deal with it. And we want our daughter to be strong enough and just to be, she should learn how to get out of it and how to deal with the
Yeah.
situation. So this was just a beginning of that.
Yeah.
We just thought,
And
yeah.
do you feel that her difficulties have changed over time from when they began to now?
Oh, yes,
Do
definitely.
you think they've vanished? No.
No, no, no. They cannot vanish, right? I mean, you know it as a definitely as a teacher. They don't
Yeah.
vanish. Yeah, they don't vanish, but yes, she can smartly handle them. She knows how to go with you don't have to go on this path, then you take a right turn or you take a left. But the kind of remedies you guys teach them, the tips you give, so they know
Yeah.
how to deal with
And
that.
that is an important point for other parents and other
Yes,
individuals to know that,
right.
dysgraphia doesn't just vanish one day, it doesn't go away because you're an adult. Your difficulties change over time, you
Yeah.
evolve with them, and you learn
Yes,
coping mechanisms, and
right.
you may face different difficulties,
Exactly.
but you will learn how to cope with that as well. So that will
Perfect.
help you,
Right,
make
right.
things clearer for you and make you see things in a different
Definitely.
way. So, do you have any advice that you would like to give other parents?
I would just like to tell that, if your kid is facing any kind of difficulty, please be positive and be confident. Don't panic, and especially not in front of a child. I totally understand we all are very possessive and we are very protective about our kids. But when these kind of things happen, we first feel, oh, aisa kyun ho gaya?
Yeah.
That's okay. It's also part of life. If something has happened, just you have to take it and take it strong, because if you are strong and confident, the kids see that thing in you and they get the same thing from you.
Yeah,
So that is most important, I think. You
absolutely.
accept it and let the child accept, because if you
Yeah.
hide it and you say don't tell to the others, don't do this, don't do that, they feel pata nahi mujh mein kuch kharabi hai, which I have to hide from the world. So
Yeah.
that again, which is not true, which makes the confidence low, which makes everything, the beginning of the child, the seed is only getting spoiled.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, I like what you said, that it is important to have an open
yes,
conversation. It is important to accept it internally, because the child knows the difference
yes,
when you are not really
yes,
accepting, and they can sense that, oh, like you don't think that there's something right with me, or what is happening
right,
to me. Because from their point of view, it's really
yes,
scary to know that, okay, like everyone else is doing it, why am I not able to do it?
true.
So to be there and support them really helps. Is there any story that you would like to share with us in your journey that you found fascinating?
With Pravi, yes, I mean, I'm really, I love it. I'm saying it again and again, but her being so confident is such a beautiful part of
Yeah.
her, and being so positive, because her other friends who are normal, like,
We'll call them neurotypical, not normal, because
yeah,
I don't know what
yeah,
normal is.
right.
But yeah, neurotypical kids who don't have
Yes,
difficulties.
who have no difficulties, but they panic. And so when I see her, I just cross my fingers, and I tell, thank God, because with the difficulties, when she has the confidence, and as you know, she discussed it with you, she want to do majors in English.
Yeah.
And so that was again the thing. I was like, are you sure? Because you had, like, difficulty with English and language. Like, she said, no, mom,
Yeah.
I will do with it. So again, she's confident now. I mean, sure, when she's confident, the things would work out the best for her. Definitely. So
Yeah,
yes,
it is important that she is pursuing something she loves,
right,
and which I'm so happy to hear has to do with something which she was finding so difficult
exactly,
earlier.
exactly.
But she is very creative,
Yes,
she has amazing thoughts,
right,
and it's just a question of putting them down on paper.
right.
And I'm sure she's learned a lot of strategies that help her with that now.
Right. And she's very hardworking. And now, as she's writing her applications, her essays herself, where again, all the kids, they have all kinds of, so many people, the kids go to different teachers, and they have all different kind of people guiding them. She said, I will write it, and little bit of help from you and few of the teachers. So that's again, like, she's so confident that I can manage to do it. So I'm just, yeah. So these all things make me really,
Yeah. And I love the way she talks to me about, this is what I want to do. And she is so clear about it that,
right,
it
right,
feels really nice to see the kids grow
right.
up to be confident individuals who know what they want, can speak their
That's true.
mind, can advocate for themselves and pursue their
Yes.
dreams further. So, which I think is really awesome. So, I know we've spoken a lot about Pravi, and I know that Parisa also has a few difficulties with attention, mainly
Right.
not a learning disability, but with attention quite a bit. Did it help that Pravi had a diagnosis, or how did this come about? Like, when did you start noticing?
Yes, with Parisa, it was me who insisted, you all, that we need to get the diagnosis done, because I felt with her, I was more confident that no, it cannot be like, that she is focusing, and it's not happening, because uh, she cannot, as you know it, she cannot get into the time span, right? So she don't get what the time
Yeah.
actually means. So it was very, so, like, it was not normal for a child to sit for an hour to eat food, okay, but still there are so many other things to get ready. When they are small, it's okay, but as they are growing up, you're tuned to do few things yourself. You know that, okay, 15 minutes and I will be down. But when it was not happening, I said there's something wrong, and I think we should get it done. So yes, I get some kind of intuition, and some of at looking at her, that there has to be some issue. Let's get it done. Why not?
Yeah.
Let's do the, yeah,
Yeah. And it did help to explore and get the
right,
assessments done, because you were able to pinpoint that, yes, attention is the
yes,
area which is playing a major role in all these
right,
other things that she's finding difficult.
that's right.
And then to get appropriate help in that
Yes,
format
yes,
for her. So I know she also has a long journey ahead of her to, figure things out and learn the different coping mechanisms that would, help her deal with how to manage her time better,
That's right.
how to focus better.
Right.
School has been supportive
Right.
of her as well, right?
Right. Right.
So not examination support, but it's the classroom support that she
Right.
gets
Yes.
from her teachers.
Yes. But yes, in this now pandemic, it became more difficult for me because
Yeah.
for her she had
Online school
attention.
is tougher.
Yes, because attention problem is the thing, and online is only you have to be paying attention all the time to the laptop. So we had she and me, we both had and the teachers, we all are going through very tough time. So I'm waiting for the schools to
It
start
is.
back.
I'm sure she's waiting more than you for the
Yeah,
schools to begin.
definitely she is.
And I think it's a collective thing that when is school starting and when
Yes,
can we get back to offline school?
definitely.
Because yes, this online school has been challenging for so many children,
Right.
not just children with difficulties, but even the
For the normal.
neurotypical
Yeah,
ones where
definitely for the regular.
there's so much screen time that is
Right.
happening.
Yes.
And with kids with attention difficulty, even more because I have lots of things to distract
Right.
me. I'm one tab away
Yeah.
from playing a game, figuring something out,
Yeah.
and trying different things.
Yes.
So it is like that.
Yeah.
I quite like how Parisa has her own YouTube channel and she's figuring things
Oh,
out
yeah.
and making things on her own.
Yes.
That like, okay, fine, this is tough, but I know how to channelize my attention to different things
Yeah.
and make good use of my
Oh, yeah,
time
that she
and
is
my
doing.
distraction.
She has, we call her, granny soul inside her because nowadays, one side she has a YouTube channel, on the other way she's making crochet, she's doing embroidery. So everybody
Yeah.
is like, what is she up to? Like nowadays, it's rare to check the kids doing all these things.
Yeah, and it's so amazing. She does such
Yeah.
cool work, and like I'm so proud of her that she's putting in all that effort. And I'm also so proud of you for encouraging both of them to pursue their dreams and not be like, oh no, leave that, you have to study first.
Yeah, no.
Because a lot of parents end up focusing on पढ़ाई क्यों नहीं हो रही है, पढ़ाई करना चाहिए, this is more important, forget everything else.
Right.
But I love the way that you have encouraged each of your girls to pursue what they like, given them the freedom to like explore, figure things out for yourself, do what you want. But on the side, we are also going to study, we are getting the help, and we are working towards it.
Yeah, we have to study. We can't leave that.
Yeah, we can't. So that is on, but
Yes.
please continue pursuing what you like
Yeah.
to do, which is so important
Definitely.
for an individual growth, for an overall
Right.
growth for any kid, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It's true.
Is there anything else that you would like to share with the listeners?
No, I think this fine, but I just want to say one thing at the end that, just accept, as I said, whatever the kids are going through, just accept, and you cannot change them. So it's better to be positive and give all the positive vibes and confidence to your own kids. That is very, very important. So do your best, and just best will happen to your child, I feel.
Absolutely. And I 100% agree with you on that one. So thank you so much, Preeti, for joining us. And I hope the listeners have gained some new insight from this interview.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for tuning in to Inclusion with Mansi. If you've enjoyed today's episode, do share the podcast with your family and friends. I would love to hear your feedback. You can connect with me on my Facebook page or Instagram at Inclusion with Mansi. You may also email me at inclusionwithmansi@gmail.com. Thank you for listening. Until next time, remember to share our similarities and celebrate our differences.